We didn't miss our chance, we just weren't ready for it yet. The first time I met Ethan, I didn't think twice about him. I wasn't looking. I was already in a relationship. 3 years in. From the outside, it looked stable. Easy. Something people would call good. But living inside it felt different. We didn't fight. We didn't connect either. We just moved through the same routines, saying the same things, sitting in the same silence that grew heavier over time. So when my manager said, "You'll be working with Ethan," I just nodded. "Hi," he said. "Hi," I replied. And that was it. The first time I noticed him was late one evening. I remember it was cold. The kind that makes an empty office feel even more hollow. Most of the lights were off. I was still at my desk, staring at my screen, not really working. I just didn't want to go home yet. "You're still here?" he asked from behind me. "Yeah." A few seconds later, a cup slid gently onto my desk. "Coffee." "Milk." "No sugar." I turned. "I didn't ask for this." He met my eyes briefly, calm, almost unreadable. "I know." And then he walked away. No pause. No expectation. That stayed with me. After that, we started talking. Not because we planned to. We just kept ending up in the same place at the same time. Walking out together. Standing outside longer than we needed to. Then sitting in his car. And somehow, that became normal. One night, it was raining heavily. The kind of rain that fills every quiet space. We sat in his car, the sound steady above us. "I think I'm tired," I said, watching the water trail down the window. "Of what?" he asked. I hesitated. Of pretending I'm okay with my life. He didn't rush to answer. "You don't sound confused," he said. "You sound like someone who already knows." I looked at him then. And something in me shifted. From that point on, I couldn't ignore it. The way he listened. The way he noticed. The way I felt, seen. And that scared me. Because I wasn't free. And he never crossed that line. Not once. The night everything became real, the air felt heavier than usual. We were in his car again. "You're not happy," he said. I didn't deny it. "I don't recognize my life anymore." He looked at me, his expression steady but conflicted. "I don't want to be the reason you leave," he said. "But I can't sit here and act like I don't feel anything." My chest tightened. "I feel it too," I said. And that was it. No drama. Just truth. That night, I went home and faced something I had been avoiding. He was on the couch, scrolling on his phone, barely looking up. "Hey. You're late." I stayed at work. That was the entire exchange. I stood there, waiting for something more. It didn't come. And in that moment, it became clear. I wasn't staying because I was in love. I was staying because it was familiar. "Can we talk?" I asked. He sighed, putting his phone down. "Yeah, what's up?" I sat across from him. "I don't think this is working anymore." He frowned slightly. "Where's this coming from?" "I feel alone," I said. "You're not alone." "I am," I replied. "Even when I'm sitting right next to you." There was a pause. Then, "So you just want to end it?" His tone wasn't hurt. It was defensive. And that told me everything. "I think we already ended," I said quietly. "We just didn't say it." He looked away. "If that's how you feel." And that was the end. No fight. No attempt. Just confirmation. I left that night. The cold air hit my face as I stepped outside. And for the first time in a long time, I felt relief. A week later, Ethan told me he was leaving. "Another country," he said. "Better opportunity." "You're serious?" "I leave in 2 weeks." The timing felt unreal. "So what happens now?" I asked. He held my gaze. "What we had is real. But I'm not going to ask you to build something halfway." It hurt. Because it made sense. He left. And I tried to move on. I really did. I met people. Went on dates. But every conversation felt surface level. Because I knew what real felt like. And I couldn't pretend otherwise. We stayed in touch. Not constantly. But enough. Late calls. Long conversations. Sometimes silence that didn't feel empty. And without realizing it, he became part of my life again. Years passed. And then one message changed everything. I'm coming back for a visit. When? Next week. The day I saw him again, I remember it clearly. It was cold. He stood there, hands in his coat pockets. When he saw me, his expression softened in a way I hadn't forgotten. We didn't wave. We just walked toward each other. And hugged. Tight. His hand pressed against my back, pulling me closer. I didn't let go. Neither did he. When we pulled away, we stayed close. Our faces inches apart. Like we were both trying to catch up on everything we had missed. That night, everything changed. We stood outside after dinner. Cold air. Quiet. He stepped closer. Close enough that I could feel his warmth. I missed you, he said. My cheeks warmed. I know, I whispered. He lifted his hand, brushing my hair back. His fingers grazed my skin. I felt it immediately. He looked at me for a second longer. Then leaned in. Slowly. Like he was giving me time. I didn't move. His lips touched mine. Soft. Cool from the night air. Gentle. My hand moved to his chest, feeling his heartbeat. Fast. He pulled back slightly. Still close. And this time, I leaned in. And kissed him again. After that, we didn't rush. We didn't need to. Everything between us already had history. It had weight. The first full day we spent together felt different. We walked side by side. Then his hand found mine. He didn't say anything. He just held it. And I let him. He noticed everything. If I got quiet. What's on your mind? And when I answered, he listened. Fully. I feel like I can breathe around you, I told him once. He looked at me, softer than before. You don't have to be anything else with me. And I believed him. He remembered things. The way I liked my coffee. That I got cold easily. Small things. But they mattered. Sometimes he'd pull me closer when we walked. My head would rest lightly against him. And it felt natural. The first time I fell asleep next to him, I remember waking slightly. Just enough to feel his arm tighten around me. Like he was making sure I was still there. And I stayed exactly where I was. We talked about everything. What scared you the most? I asked him once. He paused. Then said. Losing something real because of timing. We almost did, I said. He nodded. But we didn't. There was no confusion. No guessing. We spoke. We listened. We showed up. And that changed everything. Looking back now, we didn't miss our chance. We just weren't ready for it yet. And when we finally were, we chose each other. Fully. Thank you for watching. Check out my channel for more stories like this. Please subscribe, like, comment and share. Midnight Tea Stories.